those here last year. It's a phrase I particularly like, really, but anyway, the Super Hornet that we see here is a considerably bigger and meatier machine than that which preceded it. The fuselage was stretched by 34 inches over the F18 A to D models. The wing area increased by 25%, and it was given wing leading edge extensions which allow for higher pitch rates, higher angles of attack, and that's a trademark of the display that we're going to be seeing here from Boeing company test pilot Stephen Schmidt. The aircraft will repeatedly be pulled to very, very high alpha and squeezing quite a bit of vapour, I should think, out of the slightly damp Fairford skies.
Vapes, as they say.
They do.
Well, the Super Hornet, the Super Bug, I've heard it called as well, is on the end of the runway. The aircraft is very, very impressive. It's been flown here in the past by Ricardo Traven, who is here as the reserve pilot this week.
Yes, he's the backup pilot. There's a very, very plainly painted Super Hornet indeed. We've had them here before in very colourful US Navy markings, but this one bearing no unit identification at all.
A kind of halfway house between the old Hornet and aircraft like the Raptor.
Repositioning now to do a high G loaded roll, followed by his high angle of attack pass with a very high nose up attitude, probably the highest we'll see today, 30 degrees nose up, 95, 96 knots, 700 feet down the display data. Bringing the aircraft back as the angle increases.
Prior to the arrival of Australia's F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. Deliveries commenced last year and 2 squadrons are now being equipped over in Australia.
Back on the display data for another aileron roll, and by the time it gets down to the 27 end, do a loaded IG roll, position downwind, eventually building up speed, final high speed pass.
Now stands at 629 orders for the type, and the Navy has agreed to buy 124 more F-18Es and Fs and EA-18G Growlers over the next 4 years, a deal that was fairly recently confirmed.
From General Electric. Engines are an advanced derivative of the GE F404 engines installed on the original Hornet. The inlets have been enlarged to provide increased airflow to the new engines.
Downwind to land on 27 then. Boeing company test pilot Stephen Schmidt, bringing to an end the noisy routine in the F-18F Super Hornet.
Well, just to mark your card about forthcoming attractions, we have lots to look forward to still, of course. We have the Airbus A400M making its UK debut at an air show this weekend. Also, another one is the Sukhoi Superjet, also a UK debut. And later on we have the Battle of Britain tribute, of course, the Raptor, the Vulcan, the Harrier, the Red Arrows, and that wonderful pairs routine to finish with, the Typhoon and Supermarine Spitfire. Super Bug rolls out.